Hello guys and welcome to another video. In this video we'll be looking at The Last of Us Part 1 PC port version. This game was first released in 2013 on PS3. So let's see if the game still holds in 2023.
Here.
What's this?
Your birthday? You kept complaining about your broken watch. So I figured, you know. You like it?
Honey, it's
What?
nice, but I think it's stuck. It's not.
What? No. Oh, ha ha.
Where did you get the money for this?
Drugs. I sell hardcore drugs.
Oh, good.
The story is placed in 2013. In the opening scene, we are introduced to Sarah and Joel,
okay?
daughter and father, who live in the suburbs of Austin, Texas. During that time, a mutant fungus viral outbreak is ravaging the United States, transforming normal humans into hyper-aggressive, violent, demented creatures dubbed simply as the infected.
Ride with them. I think they're sick.
What kind of sick?
Jimmy!
Dad?
Honey, come here. Jimmy! Jimmy! Stay back! Jimmy, I am warning you!
Fast forward to 20 years after the initial outbreak, we find Joel living in a militarized zone in Boston as a smuggler. Joel and Tess, his partner in crime, need to find Robert, a person who took some guns from them.
Marlene looking for Robert? What do you make of that?
I don't like it. We better find him before the Fireflies do.
In the encounter with Robert, Joel finds out that he sold the guns to the Fireflies. Marlene is also there, and in exchange for their guns, she asks them to smuggle something out of Boston. This is the main plot, without revealing too many details. When it comes to the gameplay, The Last of Us is an action-adventure game played from a third-person perspective. As the player, you will traverse post-apocalyptic environments to advance the story and use firearms, improved weapons, hand-to-hand combat, and stealth to defend against hostile humans and cannibalistic creatures. To detect enemies, you can use Listen mode. This enables you to use your heightened sense of hearing and spatial awareness to effectively locate enemies. It works by showing the enemy silhouette of characters through walls and barriers. These are outlined in white. The player can upgrade his listening radius with supplements in the skill upgrade menu. You have two modes to approach combat in this game. One is the stealth one, as seen here. You approach an enemy from behind as stealthy as possible and just silent kill. When you are doing this, be sure that nobody else can see you. The second approach is direct combat. Here you can choose from long range weapons to close combat weapons and melee attacks. What I found while playing is that I enjoy both, meaning that I sometimes prefer to start with stealth attacks and then finish with melee attacks or with weapons that get rid of enemies at range. If you'll go this route, be careful because you will attract every enemy in that area. Make sure that you have ammo to finish them off. Also make sure you have something between you and the enemy while reloading. I want to mention, while I was playing, I had this crash. This happened to me once after 3 hours of play. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are encountering this. I'm really curious. When it comes to performance, the RTX 4080 delivers above 90 FPS with everything maxed out. I tried to remove some post-processing effects, but without them, the performance hasn't increased that much. There were some areas that benefited a little bit, but I would not say that it's a big improvement. The areas where we see frames between 90 and 100 are these areas. The vegetation seems to have a big impact on the GPU. More vegetation, more frame loss. Keep in mind that the frames that you see in the upper left corner are when recording and running the game on the same machine. To understand the performance in this area, add 10% more, as this is more or less the performance loss. I did do a benchmark run, an indoor test. What you see now on the screen is a recording, but I did it without recording it. I took this route 3 times, restarted the game 3 times and did the average. What you see on the screen, it mostly is the averages of 3 rounds indoors. Does this mean that all areas will behave the same? No, but this way you'll understand a bit the difference in performance between areas that are indoors and areas that have a lot of vegetation. The difference in performance will be between 10 and 30% This depends on the area. When it comes to graphics, I must confess that the game looks quite nice. I think the game is up there with Callisto Protocol. My recommendation for this game will be to run everything maxed out. If you have 32 GB of system memory, I would advise to use upscaling techniques like FSR or DLSS to increase frame rates if they are low. So this will be a longer conclusion than usual, but stay with me and let me tell you why. The game pushes the CPU quite hard, and I have an 8 core. I'm not sure how a 6 core handles this game. I said that during playing with my current settings, the system memory usage is around 20 GB and the VRAM usage is around 12 GB. This with everything maxed out. I did try to lower the settings to see the VRAM usage, but it didn't go down as much as I expected it. My recommendation is to wait for the shaders to compile. It will take some time, but you will not have so many issues. On my side, it took around 10 minutes just to compile everything. I do own the first and second part on PlayStation, and I finished them both. And for what they add here, the price they are asking is too much. Don't get me wrong, I welcome the graphic improvement, but I don't see much difference between this one and the one that was remade for PlayStation 4. The story, the character is the same. Nothing has changed. You are paying 60 euros for just a graphic upgrade and maybe some AI update, but nothing more. Now don't get me wrong, the story is amazing. The voice acting is really good. The visuals are pretty good. The gameplay has depth that I can compare to just a few other third-person horror games. The AI was intelligent enough, has a complex groups of characters that in some circumstances they can pass their emotions to you, just like a good movie. The game is between 15 and 20 hours of play with around 3 hours of cutscenes. So I would recommend this game to any other who hasn't played it on PlayStation. If you are willing to pay for the price premium around the release date and you like story-driven games, this is an amazing one. You will not be disappointed for not waiting. But if you have lower-end hardware, I would wait a bit, as I would expect for the developers to release some optimization updates in order for the game to provide a more enjoyable experience. I hope you enjoyed the video and will enjoy the game as much as I did. If that's the case, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel.
Look, I managed.
Give me that.